He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to
He's
part
just a
3
common
of
man,
episode 63. Everybody's
working hard with his hands.
Counterparts.
He's just a common man,
The American dream of
working
Counterparts.
hard for the man.
Maybe
Hey, he's a man.
so.
We're going to talk about 5 accomplishments that John Cena has yet to achieve.
He's
Yes,
just a
the
common
Golden
man,
Boy has not achieved everything just yet.
working hard with his
The man of this
hands.
place with a face who runs the
He's
place
just a common
and tells Vince
man,
McMahon when he can take a crap.
working
That's
hard
true.
for
And we're going to talk about,
the man.
will he ever achieve
Hey,
these
he's
5
a
things?
man.
Some I say yes, some I say that it will never happen.
Number 5, experience an intercontinental title reign. He did the U.S. title again after being on top of the WWE title for so long.
But John Cena has to hold every title.
Literally
so,
on
yes.
top of the WWE title, like raping the title.
Yes.
Rape and plumage, however you say the word.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not trying to say it.
Don't say it.
Yes, John Cena won't be an Intercontinental Champion before his career ends.
Before his career, kind of like what they did with Ric Flair.
He has
Ric
to
Flair was
hold
old,
every
and
title.
He got the belt from, I think, Carly.
Yes, you have to hold every title.
Number 4.
Number 4. Rule as King of the Ring.
Nobody
If it was
cares.
back in the day where Austin and Brett and Owen and all them,
Where it
and
actually
Hunter,
mattered?
where it mattered, I would say yes.
Gotta readjust here.
Could it happen? Yes. John Cena could still be King of the Ring.
He could become King of the Ring to make it where it matters again.
Yes.
He's done it before. He's made the Intercontinental title mean more. I mean, not Intercontinental, U.S. title mean more because he had it. When he gets the Intercontinental title, he'll make it mean more again. Number 3 is outlast The Undertaker in consecutive WrestleMania matches. Consecutive matches for The Undertaker is 17 and Cena is at 12. Yes.
Yes, don't be going, it's more than 17 for Undertaker. Consecutive people in a row without a break. Not talking about the streak. In a row.
Sometimes people get injured.
You think something's different? You want to hear something I didn't put on here?
What's that?
Randy Orton is at 12 as well.
Oh! They both could surpass. They're both so young. They're both still so young.
Yes.
They're both in their 30s. They could both.
5 years ties it.
They could both easily.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 37. 37 does
They
it.
got it in the bag.
Unless they get hurt.
Yes, but John Cena, he's taking some.
And he'll come back for WrestleMania. Oh, I'm here.
I'm gonna wobble in there.
Oh! What'd you say? I know.
He may even sit in a wheelchair and pick him up for an AA. Basically, all they gotta do is flip over the top of him.
Yeah. Number 2 will not
happen. Man,
The
it's too old.
10 years, 5 years has passed. Too late, too long,
Yep.
too bad. Defeating Mr. McMahon versus Pinfall.
That won't happen. I mean, Mr. McMahon being in matches is over with. He's done his
Hunter.
time.
Hunter is Mr. McMahon now.
Yes, and I think Triple H is. John Cena's definitely already done that before.
Yeah, so.
Number 1 in the 5 accomplishments that he has yet to do is match Ric Flair's 16 world title wins. Cena is at number 15 right now, and it will happen, and he will surpass it. He's going to surpass it. Mark it down, circle it, write it down, keep it on the chart, make a pie chart for it. I don't care what
He
you
loves
do
the
with it.
business. He loves the. I love the business.
Even Ric Flair said, I welcome it. I hope he does. I love John Cena. I hope John Cena does surpass it. It means more to the fans than it really does to Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair was just doing his job.
It is.
The 16,
It does mean more to the fans, but they will give totally pissed.
16 title reigns. We might see, he'll see the wins, we right. But the 16 title reigns has made, it's kind of like the streak. It has a life of its own.
It does.
And the fans have really built it up to be this huge thing because no one's gotten near it except for Cena. And I bet you could even look at Randy's and probably be pretty close too.
I think Randy may be 12.
But that's still pretty close.
It is pretty close.
But that would take him a long more while, especially with these younger guys coming in now. Taking the
Cena's
belt.
got to win it one more time.
Exactly.
To tie.
Randy's got to be in the title picture for quite a long more while.
Right.
To get that going. I think we should do a thing on Randy because I don't think Randy's been U.S. champion. What 5 things has he not done yet?
That's true.
We can look up that, find it. So
He hasn't
anyway,
defeated Mr.
he has not defeated Mr. McMahon. That is true. So anyway, 15 for Cena, 16 for Flair, and I do believe he will get at least 17. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I think Triple H is pretty close to it. But he's not going to be a champion anymore. I think he realizes time's done. He'll be at WrestleMania and do
Beating
one-on-one
Sting.
matches. Beating Sting.
Not
again,
doing the job that he should be doing.
losing to Daniel Bryan and then beating Sting.
Yes. We'll show you WCW.
Losing to Sheamus again. Whatever the case may be, but I don't think he'll ever be in the championship contender spot again.
Not unless Seth is still champion.
That's true. I think he knows where his bread is buttered, and that's in a suit, making NXT what it needs to be. Ooh, that kind of making NXT what it needs to be.
Yes.
It's a good slogan.
Up next is 10 former WWE failures who would succeed in 2015.
Number 10, David Hart Smith. D.H. Smith. Davey Boy Smith's son. British Bulldog Jr., if you will.
I can see it.
I can see it.
As a singles? I wouldn't see it as singles. I think, because
He was just on a
Lance
tour.
Archer was there in WWE.
That's true.
That
And they are doing great.
Yeah.
They're doing great as the Killer Elite Squad in Japan. I think they're all Japan. I don't know if they're new. Are they New Japan also?
They may be.
They may be New Japan. But he also just did a tour where in Nova Scotia.
I think they could sign them back and just take off Killer and make it Elite Squad.
That's true. But he just did a tour, David Hart
They have
Smith
the tag
did,
team division.
and he teamed up with the one and only Surma the entire tour.
Wow.
They did like a 2-week tour or something like that, and every match they teamed up together. And I was like, that is an interesting pair.
Yes, it is.
But, I have the connection because I talk to Surma a lot. But that's pretty cool that they teamed up like that. But David Hart Smith, I think, would work well, even them two as a tag team, because tag teams are doing great in WWE right now.
Yeah,
I
I don't know what
think
changed.
the Elite Squad would do well in WWE.
Oh, yeah.
With now Triple H at the helm of things. And
Number 9, Gail Kim, if she would come back.
her third strike, if you will.
If she would come back, yeah, she would do good. She would help the Divas division.
She would. She'd
I
be
mean,
a good
that's
trainer,
business,
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be her third strike. She's already been there twice. And ran away to TNA. Oh, that's another one that ran away to TNA.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Number 8, Derek Bateman. Oh, will you say who is Derek Bateman?
Who is that loser?
Who is that loser wearing the red, white, and blue parachute pants?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, his pro in NXT before it was an actual good show. He was the rookie for Daniel Bryan. This man has gone on to do great things where you can barely do great things because nobody watches it anymore, but he is going to be the new face that runs the place that is TNA. And his name now is Ethan Carter III. Remember it, because it's going to be around for a long time at TNA, because he's not going back to WWE.
Those TNA foes like a cheap suit.
That is true, but I think he would succeed, but I think that they didn't understand his humor, they didn't understand who he was, and Derek Bateman was a bad way of trying to get that out of him, but I think if they let him be more like the Ethan Carter gimmick, he would do great. He would not be Ethan Carter, but
No.
maybe he'd be Ethan Hawke. That's an inside joke from before the camera started rolling.
Yes.
Next is
Number 7 is Paul London. You're thinking, wait a minute. Paul London and Brian Kendall were successful tag team.
Successful.
Yeah, but as a single, when he lasted
Longest reigning SmackDown
when they
tag
lost
champions.
the tag team titles,
But they are the longest reigning in SmackDown history.
yes, but they were
When it was
failures
separated.
as singles.
Yes, they are. Paul London will always be remembered as the guy that smiled at Vince McMahon before he blew up in his limousine. That gimmick went nowhere because anyway.
Yes, that's true.
But hey, Paul London, I don't know if he would succeed because he'd come up to NXT again because that's what Brian Kendrick's doing, which I think he needs to wrestle a little bit more like Rhino is. He's just training Eva Marie, which I think that's going well.
That's a 24/7 job.
It is. But I think it's going well. But Paul London apparently
We'll
has a
see.
lot of heat with Triple H. Brian Kendrick does not have that same heat, but apparently Paul London does not get along with Triple H. If you can't get along with the man that runs the place, you ain't going to be in that place.
No, and that's okay.
That's all right. I can live without it.
Yeah.
You know, and don't miss him at all.
Number 6.
Did you do Paula?
I did Paula, and then you got
Number
number 6.
6.
And that was
She's
just,
awesome. She's amazing.
and it was just a big waste of time.
And her name means bee, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Because Amazing Kong, Awesome Kong, Karma is a bee. Ladies and gentlemen, her name is Karma. And it didn't go out. It didn't go very well for her.
No, it did not.
The first 2 projects of Triple H, thank God NXT was the 3rd project, and I guess 3 strikes, and he finally hit a home run.
Yes.
Because his first project was Sin Cara, and then went blah, blah, and then Karma was the 2nd project. It was blah, blah. I mean, I understand she got pregnant, which is the worst thing for a woman wrestler to do, but she got pregnant, unfortunately. I mean, thoughts are with her. She lost her baby. And you thought, okay, well, she's, you know, she lost the baby, unfortunately, but now she's gonna be back.
You give it 6 months to a year, or
you know, give her time to, you know, recuperate from that, because it messes with a woman's body when that happens, and it also messes with their spirit and their mind. So give them some time to recuperate, and she'll be back. Boom, Royal Rumble, you know, and she's what,
back.
one of the only 3 women.
Yep.
Because Beth Phoenix was the other one and China was the other one. She's only one of 3 women to ever compete in the Royal Rumble. And I think they even go over that with the Royal Rumble stats.
They do.
So she's still on there, you know, in a way. But the Royal Rumble happened, she got eliminated, and we haven't seen her since. And we kept thinking...
She made her re-debut on TNA.
Yes,
America.
I saw her at WrestleCade, talked to her at WrestleCade, and then all of a sudden, you know, we kept talking about after I saw her at WrestleCade, she's getting in better shape, she looked great at WrestleCade. When she's coming back to WWE, she'll go through NXT, she'll destroy them, come to WWE, and she's signed with TNA.
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely. Number 5, Gunnar Scott.
AKA, do you remember his other name?
Brent Albright.
It's Brent Albright. That's Brent.
Gunnar Scott. Brent Albright. People have to think.
You saw him in OVW. Brent Albright had a great future. He was an OVW champion, and Paul Heyman at the time was the booker down there.
Right.
And he knew what to do with Mr. Gunnar Scott. He should have just stayed Brent Albright.
He should have been. But they said, hey, you kind of like Chris Benoit.
You wrestle like Chris Benoit.
Let's make you the new Chris Benoit.
He became the new Chris Benoit.
I'll become the new Chris Benoit.
While Chris Benoit was still on the roster.
Yes, and they're saying, that's how you can do, is just being Chris Benoit? That's not good enough.
You're too much like Chris Benoit. But that's what you wanted me to be. But yeah, you're too much like Chris Benoit. We still have a Chris Benoit. You got to be more like Gunnar Scott. Well, who is Gunnar Scott? Gunnar Scott didn't know, because Gunnar Scott was supposed to be
Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit. He should have been Brent Albright, come in there and be the first Brent Albright. That's how that should
Love
work.
the WWE logic there.
Gosh.
They tell you what to do, you do it, and they fire you. What?
Please be like that guy. Wait, you're too much like that guy. Go out the door and don't let it hit you in the rear. So he has not been back since, but he has a great, he's a shooter gimmick. He was a shooter.
Yes.
You know, he's a catch can.
And I can see that. I think he would get over.
He would.
Up next,
It is so sad how what they did with him. Number 4, the man.
I will see him in WWE again.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Really? At his age? Really? He was, what was their tag team name in TNA? My gosh.
That wasn't it.
Huh?
That wasn't it.
Not my gosh. But anyway, he is now one half of the Addiction with Christopher Daniels, and they were also a tag team in TNA.
Let me look it up to see.
Gosh, look it up.
Well, you do 4 and 3 unless I find it real quick.
Right? Anyway, so this man went to WWE. He was called The Future. And his promo was, I'm the future, and the future looks good. And the future did look good. He had a good look. I always said he looks like Antonio Banderas. Back in the day with the hair.
He did.
He did.
They can run with that.
They could have ran with it. He could have been Zorro. Okay, no. Please don't. I'm not going to. But anyway, so his name is Frankie Kazarian, and he's famous for apparently not cutting his hair, which I've seen not a promo, but an interview, a shoot interview with him, and he said that it was only said in passing. He didn't know it was a serious thing. Vince just said, hey, you need to cut your hair. And that was the only mention of it. Never mentioned it again. And then all of a sudden he saw all over the internet the reason that, you know, he didn't make it to WWE was because he didn't cut his hair.
That's a story you've already heard.
It's the story we've always heard. It's very confusing. So Frankie Kazarian has now cut his hair. He's bald. He's got about the same haircut as Triple H.
He does. It's a good thing.
But his partner, I don't know. He may be a trainer like Adam Pearce in coming off of retiring.
Here, the reason he left because he was promised that he would rule the cruiserweight division, and they never did revamp it, so he just asked for
very interesting.
So I'll get to the tag names.
Wikipedia, I tell you.
Could be true. Could be a total lie.
Could be a total lie. Cruiserweight division needs to happen again now, in my opinion. But anyway, that is Frankie Kazarian, and like I said, I don't think Christopher Daniels would make it on the main roster, but I could see them two coming in as a tag team in NXT because they could work that style with the tag teams, and I could see Christopher Daniels becoming a trainer in NXT. But they're saying Frankie Kazarian would succeed in 2015. Number 3. His name is Matt Sydal, but in WWE he was Evan Bourne, he was Airborne, he was with Kofi Kingston. What was their daggone name too? Air Boom. I got that one.
I'm not looking that one up.
I got that one. Air Boom. So Evan Bourne. What?
Him being Suicide too.
Oh Lord, and Christopher Daniels was Suicide too.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Christopher Daniels.
Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian was Suicide. Everybody was Suicide.
Except Suicide.
Except for Suicide. Who is Suicide? Now it's Manic.
Keep going.
Okay. So anyway, number 3 is Evan Bourne. I think he would succeed, and I think he would have continued to succeed, but that dadgum, what is it, motorcycle wreck he had? Whatever kind of wreck it was, car wreck, something, it busted up his ankle bad. And then while he was out with the ankle, they drug tested him, which is kind of weird. And they busted him for something. I don't know what the substance was, but he got a suspension on that. He might have got busted twice. But anyway, Evan Bourne would succeed in this realm now in WWE with the NXT and the way NXT is. Still can't find their names.
Going on down the list.
You're in TNA part of it now. I see that.
I see it, yeah. That's when he's with Fortune, which is not.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep scrolling. You gotta scroll along.
Keep on going.
So anyway, I know the addiction. I just cannot remember their dadgum names. You know? Number 2, Scotty Goldberg. Who is Scotty Goldberg?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds some Jewish dude.
Sounds like a Jewish guy, ladies and gentlemen. The best friend of CM Punk.
You know, any Jewish character will get over with a name like Scotty Goldman.
Yes. Because everybody loves Goldman from...
You're doomed to fail from the get-go.
Because everybody loves Goldman from Mighty Ducks. The goalie. Bad flipping influence. Bad influence.
Who were part of the Teddy Long Tag Team Tournament.
I could have just went over here. Are they still in?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. Last week I probably would have seen their name.
No.
Did we go out that quickly?
Yeah,
My
I think the
gosh.
first time they faced the Road Warriors.
But anyway, you can continue on Scotty Goldman though. Tell
Scotty
him who he is.
Goldman is now Colt Cabana.
He was Colt Cabana before that.
Had a brain fart, and he would have worked good. He had the
Art of Wrestling podcast.
He is funny.
He is
He
hilarious.
wrestles. He's a good wrestler. But I believe if CM Punk would have been higher up on the chain
At the time.
he wouldn't have got fired.
That's true.
Because he had a pin a show on the WWE.com on the network. I mean, on their website. On their website.
On their .com, yes he did.
And then they just pulled it.
It's
and
crazy.
fired him.
Crazy.
So,
And I mean, they pulled people up too fast. That was the same time they had Kazarni there and...
yeah, he went nowhere fast.
They had like one match. And quite a few others that just... I think there was Sean Spears was there too, who's now in NXT again. He was Gavin Spears in ECW. And I can't remember his name now. But anyway, that was all around the same time. They pulled people up just to pull them up. They didn't have a rhyme or reason. And it ruined everything. It really did. But you can have number 1 as well.
And number 1 is Kaval, who is low-key.
Low-key.
In TNA.
And he also
said,
was
"I'm not
Senshi
going
in
back."
TNA.
He said, I'm coming back to WWE. So if you don't come back, you don't come back. But if he was here now, he would succeed. People would love him. He would rule. He'd be one of the top guys in NXT, where he needs to be. That's what they need to do. Some of these guys are like, oh, I like this guy. He doesn't fit the WWE Raw SmackDown mode, but he fits the NXT mode.
Exactly.
Put him there. Let him learn it, then put him there.
To me, it doesn't have to be development anymore. People can stay down there and it'll be fine because it's its own brand.
It is, and I don't like that now.
It's a third brand. Thank gosh it's not ECW.
You can be part of the company
and not have to be on the main show.
and then you work your ass off in NXT and learn the Raw SmackDown way, the big TV way, or whatever.
Exactly.
And they say, well, you from a lot down here,
You don't have to look, but you learned a lot and you look great.
and you have good mic skills. We're gonna move you up.
Exactly.
And some guys will be down there, and they'll be there forever, and
That's
they'll
true.
leave, and they'll go back to the Indies or
Like
go.
Sean Spears. He'll be done forever.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that'll be down there forever.
Yup.
I think Solomon Crowe will be down there forever.
That's really
I
shit.
mean, he hasn't looked, but
He does have an interesting
he
look
reminds
there.
me of Taz.
It's kind of that height. That's true. Now we're going to talk about father and sons who won the same championship. And number one is Rocky Johnson and his son, The Rock, were both World Tag Team Champions.
Mr. Perfect and Curtis Axel were both Intercontinental Champions.
He won it on Father's Day.
Remember that?
Only because who got hurt? Wade Barrett, probably. The British Bulldog and David Hart Smith were both tag team champions.
Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Rest in peace.
And Dustin Rhodes
The Natural.
were United States champions.
That's true.
So we're not just WWE here, folks.
That's true. Rikishi and the Usos, WWE Tag Team Championship.
You see a running thing here?
We won.
A lot of tag team people like, you were a tag team champion, and you were going to be a tag team champion.
Yup. Of
Chavo
course, some of them went
Classic.
above and beyond that, like The
Yeah.
Rock.
Chavo Classic and Chavo Guerrero were cruiserweight champions.
The funny thing is, Chavo Classic won the Cruiserweight title much after Chavo
Yes.
was Cruiserweight champion because they brought him back so much later in
Yes.
life. Ric Flair and David Flair were both United States champions because David Flair would never been world champion.
The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase and Ted DiBiase Jr. were both tag team champions.
Exactly. Now, we're going to talk
How about
about
that? So yeah, we didn't give no numbers to those, but that's being Father's Day and everything.
Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
You have to look and go, wow, I can't believe. Now we're going to go with some. We can never do father-daughters because unless like Harvey Whippleman or
Oh,
people.
Lord.
Santino Marrero. Santino. I won't even start with the last name again.
Santino Marella.
Unless Santino
Marella.
will be when it has a girl and she wins the Divas title.
True. But they can't win the same belt.
No, they can't.
But they did have, they dressed up as women. But was Harvey a women's champion? Santino never won the women's champion. She was Miss Wrestling.
But sure he was never a women's champion.
Who, Harvey?
No, Santino.
No, he never won the belt.
I hope not.
I don't think he did.
It is WWE we're talking about here.
Now we're going to talk about 33 current WWE stars and their 90s counterparts. We're going to talk 33 to 29. Basically, the people in the 90s, or actually some of them are reversed, some of them are different. But anyway, you got the people that are current and the people that were in the 90s that are basically, if you look in a mirror, be like, oh, that's that guy. The exact same thing. Except for number 32, they look completely different.
But I can see where they're coming from.
I can. Just Jobber USA.
We'll start with number 33. The 90s counterpart, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy.
Very good, very good.
And the current,
I wonder where Mike Adams
screwing up something,
is.
Finn Balor. Do you believe that Jeff Hardy, and so easy to just roll off the
It
Jeff
does. Harvey does roll off the top.
Do you think Jeff Hardy and Finn Balor are about the same? Do you think this is true?
Yes. I mean, the makeup kind of makes it where they're so similar. But, I mean, they both go off the top rope. They're both athletic. So I could see it. Number 32, Jobber USA and Jobber Mexico.
I guess champion. He was former champion, so.
They were both Intercontinental champions, right?
Was he?
Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental championship? Or was it U.S. title?
I know he was U.S. champion.
Oh, it was U.S. championship then. Well, like I said, Jobber USA and then Intercontinental. It's everywhere.
He was
right?
also the internet champion. He still is the internet champion.
He'll always be internet champion because they won't let him use it on TV.
Nope.
Zack Ryder and Tito Santana El Matador.
Flying burrito.
Or jalapeno or chalupa. Anything Mexican.
Up next is the Ascension at 31, and the Legion of Doom.
2000.
Yes.
Not
No.
LOD 2000.
And you remember LOD 2000?
Me neither. With Sunny and her half-naked self. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Number 30, D.
Or that with an animal and hide and right.
Oh gosh, I'd rather see LOD 2000 every day than Hide and Rock. Hide and
That could have been 2000. Could have been Hiding Right and Animal.
No. LOD 2000 was their name when they came out with Sunny.
Oh.
The new LOD was Hiding Right. I'm going to rape Michael Cole. Okay.
He just read him a poem.
He raped that
close,
man
real
really close.
Go 30.
Ugh.
Hey, that's one you can always say all the time anyway, so you're good.
Every time. And you can do slash, and make more. Dean
Who
Ambrose.
says not down the list more?
True. Dean Ambrose and Brian Pillman / Stone Cold /
Hey, well,
Roddy
don't even give stuff
Piper.
away. Maybe
I'm not giving nothing away.
It could be Dean Ambrose and other ones down the line.
I'm not
here.
giving nothing away. They'll never remember it anyway. Dean Ambrose and Brian Pillman, the loose cannon,
Yeah,
and the
loose
lunatic friend.
Not the Cincinnati Bingo first getting into WCW.
Not flying Brian. Flying Pillman. He's flying Brian.
We lost.
All
And
the time.
29.
Oh, gosh.
Rusev and Ludwig Borga.
Except for Rusev's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he will succeed where Ludwig has failed.
Rest in peace, Ludwig. But the funny thing is, though, if you really think about it,
Yes.
Rusev. Remember when we went over like the worst matches of the year, worst
Oh,
matches?
yes.
Rusev was in most of them.
Yes, he was. That was pretty sad.
It is pretty sad because he's entertaining. I like him.
Well, that is it, folks, for Part 3 countdowns, the American Dream countdowns.
Yes, if you will. Part 4, the TRR list. The
Yes.
Top Rope Reality list of the week.
Now, we'll have countdowns. We're going to have some more countdowns as we do the 100
Gonna have
pay-per-views
lists.
that you must see before you die with the key matches.
We have been doing this for a while. We are halfway down. We're 55 to 51.
Yep.
And then 10 greatest ever WWE stables again. Still continuing on, almost halfway over, with number 6, the New Heart Foundation. You don't want to miss that one. And then we're going to continue on. You got the numbers right this time. The 40 wrestlers ranked from worst to best, 22
To
to
20.
20.
And
then the semifinals.
The Teddy Long Tag Team Tournament.
Or the
If
fourth
you
round,
will.
if you will. Yes, so that is all next in the Top Rope Reality list of the week.
Hey, Howard Finkel.
Yes. The new... Okay, sorry.
So click on over to Part 4, the list.
Yes, the
Baby,
list,
if you will.
if you will.
Here we go again. It's just a fun to do, doesn't it?
It is fun.
And we'll catch you right there. We'll go down what we just told you and we'll have a little fun with it.
We will have fun with the list next.
Right here on Top Rope Reality. On the YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Cat.
Click away, folks. Click away.
He's just a common